Welcome back, everyone. This is Tak Oda, CIO of Attaché for Business, here again with Lisa Hammond, our CEO and our expert in HR. And before I go any further with this, I just want to remind everyone to like and subscribe to our channel so you can find out more about this because this is actually just mistake number 9 out of 10. This is the third in a series so far. And today we're going to go into mistake number 9. Can you just show us what they are? Here's the whole list. And then number 9, forgetting you have a business. Let's go to that slide. So I always love seeing this slide because it feels like a little bit of a burn. It's like ooh, okay, but it's worth talking about, right, Lisa?
Absolutely. This is a big one.
Yeah. So let's talk about this. Tell me what's on your mind about this one.
And yeah, so it made it number 9. So it didn't end up like in the top 3, only because not everybody does this.
Mhm.
But for those people that do it, it ends up in the top 3. And
Mm,
that is hiring people that you wouldn't have hired for what feels like the right reasons.
mhm.
So sometimes I'll hear, when I have mentored small businesses, I'll hear that they're hiring somebody and they'll go, "Oh, I found somebody." And it's like, "Okay, great. Who did you just find?" And they'll tell me that they found um, a friend of a friend
Mhm.
who needed a job. And I'm like, "Ooh, that's probably not a good idea." It's like, "So what experience does this person have?" "Oh, they don't really have a lot of experience, but I can show them how to do it." It's like, yeah. And
Mhm.
why don't they have a job? I don't know. so, so you
Right.
aren't doing your due diligence. You're just hiring somebody because they need a job,
Mhm.
and that's not the reason to hire. The other one I hear, more often than I would like, is that they hired somebody they interviewed because that person needed a job, or that person was so sweet, or that person has 2 kids to support and
Mhm.
they're out of work. So they're hiring them because they want to do well, they want to do good and
Right.
be a good person. And then the other one is they hire somebody who just got out of jail or just got out of prison. And I'm not saying don't hire somebody who just got out of jail or out of prison, particularly if didn't they didn't go to prison for the thing that you're doing. So, if you're having them as a cashier and they went to prison for theft, you don't really want to hire them anyway, even if you like them. But hire people if you want to hire somebody who just got out of jail or prison. My rule of thumb is don't hire them if you wouldn't have hired them otherwise.
Right.
And if you would have hired them, if you're like, you are great, this is a great person, and then and they just got out of jail or prison, then if you do your due diligence and they come out on top, absolutely hire them.
Right.
But
So
don't
you're
hire,
saying
yeah, go ahead.
don't let the fact that they went to jail necessarily keep you from it,
Right.
but don't hire them if you wouldn't have hired them anyway. Is
Exactly.
that what you're saying? Okay.
Absolutely. And the reason I call this, forgetting you have a business is because you're not a social service agency.
Hmm.
You have a business. You want to make your business thrive. You want to have the right people in the right positions. You want to, increase your income, increase your customer base. And once you do that, you can do all kinds of good in the world. But
Right.
if you're tearing down your business to do good in the world, that's not helping anybody.
Exactly. And I want to underscore that a little bit too, because there is that impetus to do good in the world,
Mhm.
well, at least for some people. And, but I want to just really emphasize that you're not actually doing anyone any favors if you're hiring them to do a job that they're not going to excel at,
Right.
right? If you end up having to fire them 3 months down the line, you're actually making things worse for everybody, including yourself.
Absolutely. And what can happen at that point is you end up with a bad review on Google or a bad review on Glassdoor because they got fired, and they spread the word that you're a horrible boss and it's a bad company and things like that. Some of
Right.
my attorney friends will say no good deed goes unpunished. so,
Exactly. Right. So
so keep
cynical.
it professional, make your business thrive, then you can do all the good in the world you want.
Right. On your own terms. On
Right.
your own terms. Right.
Exactly.
Exactly. All right, this is great. I just want to bring up one other thing that I think is kind of underlying both this bullet point and the last one, number 10, not hiring friends and family. And it seems like you're asking people to guide themselves by listening to that voice. You're
Yeah.
saying, okay, well, would I really hire this person?
Yes.
Is this
That's
rubbing me the wrong way? Do I have some issues and like feeling it in your mind or your gut or whatever, right?
absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
So it's important to keep listening to yourself here.
Exactly. Yeah. Listen to your body.
All right, great. Thank you. Looking forward to number 8. And I'm gonna just give people a little preview. Number 8 is know the regulators, right? And I just want to say that because that's gonna be a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like tune in again, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Thanks, Lisa.
Thank you.